if you promise not to tell, if you have the time. Everyone has gotten you, always on the run. But if you join the syndicate, life could get a little more fun. And all of the horses and all of the men won't learn from history. It's all the same in the end. I've told you once and I'll tell you again. The syndicate is looking for a couple new friends. Couple new friends. Oh. Fight for freedom, fight to end the pain. Hey, this is serious, it's not just some little game. Cause the anarchy's part of me, tyranny bothers me. End it all properly once and for all. They call us the villains cause they know we'll take the fall. And all of the horses and all of the men won't learn from history. It's all the same in the end. I've told you once and I'll tell you again. The syndicate is looking for a couple new friends. Oh, a couple new friends. Oh, gain a couple new friends.
Yo and hello, good evening everyone, and welcome to Minions of the Zoo. This is Nightstream 1475, and if it wasn't in front of my face, I wouldn't have known that. I am your keeper, Delahazed, and joining me tonight, I hope you all have your fingers crossed, because, yeah, that's right, we're pushing our limits, of course. Joining me on this fun ride is, as always, is the wonderful Diamantis.
Hey everyone.
Can you tell I've done this before, and I'm totally not stumbling over the words as I say them? It's
Yeah.
awesome. It's amazing. The professionalism is just peak on this show tonight, boys and girls.
We
Oh.
expect nothing less.
Really? Now I'm starting to feel pressured. Chat, I hope you're having a wonderful evening. And of course, if you came here with any sort of hopes tonight, you picked the wrong night to bring those hopes to this channel. I'm sorry to tell you, but you bring any hopes to this channel on this night of the week, and you are bound to get disappointed. I don't care if you were hoping to get disappointed.
It's,
We are trying our luck with the OBS, and it'll do good for a stretch at the very least. So we got to have some fun with it, and that's all that matters.
and just the obligatory, can everyone in chat hear us? I think let's get that confirmed. Make sure that we can be heard.
That's pretty fair. I haven't actually done a sound check in quite a while. I've been pretty lax on that, and I'm glad you reminded me. I'm gonna guess that we can be heard based on Cryptic's gay, but he could be saying that about anything. He could be saying about anything, to be fair. So we'll wait.
That is true.
We'll wait for chat to catch up. Oh, I also think I did forget to set the delay to minimal, so we might have full whatever the max delay is on between chat and us. So
I think it's about 20 seconds, because when you said 20 seconds to go, the screen said 40 seconds. So I'm guessing there's a 20-second delay.
yeah. So hey, there's your technical difficulty, or at least the first one of the night. If whoever had their money on that being the first, claim your prize now. Go see your broker.
I hope someone's keeping count.
You know what? We ought to get our own set of bingo cards for whenever technical difficulties arrive on the show. And
He'll think he'll do some up for minions.
I think he's got better things to do.
Probably.
On the bright side, Chad, if you'll notice on the screen, we've got one of the various ladies with me tonight on the sofa. This one over here, you guys probably won't recognize her. Her name is Lily, short for Lilith. Say hi to her. She won't respond because she's got nothing but air between the ears, but that's okay. We don't need her to stink. We just need her to sit there and look pretty. Am I right? I know I'm right. Don't need to tell me that. Anyways, moving on. Chat, I hope you're well. I know I've already asked that, but I've really got nothing. My brain is fried. Terry, what's going on, bud?
Not much. As I was saying before, I'm glad I got to play Goose Goose Duck with you and Johnny and Gabby and Sora and everyone else that was there. It's a lot of fun. So yeah, if you didn't see the stream, definitely check that out because it's like Among Us but better.
Yes, that is true. And thank you, Cryptic, for confirming you can hear us fine. Well, you can hear us. I don't know if that's well, but I'm going to assume it's enough. So you can make out the words we are saying enough to answer the question. That's good enough for me.
I think so, yeah.
And yes, I did appreciate getting to try that game out. It was a lot of fun. Being brutally picked on over and over again. I finally know what it feels like to be everyone else when I play Among Us.
And picking on Gabby is also fun. So if Della was dead, Gabby's a good second target.
Oh yeah. And as long as I got to kill Gabby before I got voted out, or killed, that was always a bonus for me too. Or even if I got to see her get murdered while I was dead, that was always a plus.
Yes, I think the Vulture was a bit too powerful because they whoever got the Vulture always seemed to win.
Yeah. Which one was the Vulture? The one that had to eat the carcasses?
Yeah.
Okay, the Vulture didn't always win.
Okay.
I had to eat 2 carcasses. I got one, and then when I finally found the second one, I got close just as it appeared on the map, and then got killed 2 seconds after it appeared on my map, like the direction to go. I was like, "You son of a bitch! How did you kill me so fast? You just killed someone."
Well, it might have been a different duck that killed you, than killed the original body.
Yeah, it could have been. It just looked like they came from that way, so
yeah,
it could have been though.
It's definitely a lot of fun, and all the different roles definitely make things interesting. I did like the Falcon is always fun because you have to be the last player alive.
Oh yeah.
Which I was quite impressed with myself when I actually managed to win as the Falcon because I'm usually terrible when I have to play one of the killing roles. Because I tend to do the Sora thing and get the bloodlust, the red mist descends. Like I see someone, I must kill them.
Right. And it's
So
like
I usually get caught.
And it was funny too, cause like I was getting that too when I got the murderous roles, cause it's like no matter what role I get, everyone seems to have a hard on for hating me tonight, and that's fine. But I'm gonna take the time to do whatever I can when I can. And there was a time where I got a role that told me I was supposed to help the two imposters or whatever, and I'm like, okay, sweet. So I stuck with J Kid, who was one of them. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna hang out with J Kid for a bit. We're cool, you know. I see the red over his name. I'm gonna play cool with him, you know. We're gonna get along, shit like that. And then out of nowhere, we're walking around somewhere, and then he starts going up, and I keep going straight. But he's almost off the screen for me. Like, just before the head of his starts going off screen, I accidentally hit the space bar, and he apparently is in the range of the AO area of effect and gets killed by me. I was like, geez. Oh shit! That was hilarious, but that sucks. But that was hilarious.
It's I thought the bomb guy, the one that gives you a bomb and you've got to get rid of it in 15 seconds, that was a cool idea. But I got the bomb, and then Like there was like 4 seconds until it exploded, and then someone called a meeting. So when we went back to the game after the meeting, I had 4 seconds, and I didn't even know what room I was in. So it's like, yeah, I'm dead.
Oh, that's hilarious. I remember when I first experienced that. I was like, I, I was walking around. I think I was just talking to Campbell. I was like, oh, yeah, blah, blah. Okay, I'm going to go this way now. Oh, hey, Terry. What's up, Terry? How's it going, Terry? I walk up to you. I say hi. And then you don't say anything. And all of a sudden, I've got a bomb strapped to me. I was like, what? And I start running. And I'm like 2 steps. Just as someone comes into the screen, I've already stopped for like 3 seconds because I've given up. And it explodes.
Yeah, it is. It is fun.
Oh, yeah.
So I do wish they were clearer about the prison rules. Like you just looked them up, and apparently it's a specific map that you get thrown into jail instead of ties just being nothing.
Yeah.
But that's still kind of weird. I wish they made that a lot clearer.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot more information to have to look into beforehand than Among Us is for sure.
Yeah,
Just if you want to learn how to play, it's also like you gotta actually like read up on stuff and see and then memorize it as well as play it and experience it. It just because there's so much added to it compared to Among Us, like each specific how many different roles there are and stuff like that, all have their own specific ability and stuff like that, as well as how many maps and which maps have certain effects and stuff like that. Like what was
yeah,
it, Goose Finder or whatever it was, or Goose Down or whatever it was that had the jail, where if during a meeting the votes are cast, no one dies, but two people tie with the most votes, then those two people get thrown in jail instead of nothing happening. Yeah,
yeah. And that was confusing and annoying because it's like, wait, why did they get in jail and nothing happened to this person? Like because I didn't understand the how it worked, it was just really annoying.
exactly. And for chat, like Terry just recently said, we didn't when we played last night. None of us had any clue about this. We only know now because I looked at it up before the stream, and I found one of the patch notes for when it came out, kind of thing, and it explained it to us that it's only on a certain map when certain parameters are met. That's when it happens. We couldn't tell if it was certain parameters are met or if it was just randomly doing it. So we were just going with the flow and getting confused when we were playing it. But
Yeah, no, it's more research than you would expect for a game as simple as that. But I mean, it's still fun. It was just certain aspects were not clear, and that was confusing.
yeah, I I apologize, Costin. We are talking about a different game that's called Goose Goose Duck. It has a lot in it's. We've just been comparing it to Among Us because it's pretty much the same thing with just more added to it
Yes,
and a different theme as well.
yeah. I mean, I think it's a bit arbitrary that the geese are good and the ducks are bad. But I mean, I suppose they had to designate someone as the bad guys.
Right?
Um, so as long as we don't tell Reject that she's evil.
I I I I think she already knows she's evil. I mean,
Okay.
it's rejects, but hey, I mean, Costin is our resident expert on what is and is not evil, so we'll leave it up to him to decide when chat catches up and the delay I've left him with.
That's a good point. I think turn to the expert opinion.
And if all else, and worst case scenario, being the expert and all, he would be the perfect one to tell her if the occasion should arise.
That's a good point too.
So I think we're safe. Thank you, Costin,
Sounds good.
thank you for volunteering in that category. I appreciate it, sir.
But yeah, no, definitely a fun game. I have been playing a board game that arrived called Detective City of Angels, and they've done a lot of work to make it function as a single player game, which is actually quite impressive. Because like you can tell they made a multiplayer game and then realized that they wanted to sell to solo players as well. But they've actually done a lot of work to make it function as a single player game.
Nice.
Like they have an entire book just so the single player can exist, which is like, because what you're supposed to do is you ask the administrator role called the chisel questions, and they decide, whether to give you the truth or give you a lie, and then you can challenge if you think you're being lied to, and it's a whole social thing. But they've actually got a book with every single line of dialogue in it, and a table that you can look up. So if you like ask Tony about the gun, you're like, okay, read entry 712, and then it'll just say exactly what the administrator role would have said, like one of his potential answers. And it says, if you want to challenge, turn to 305. So it's actually like an entire book just to make single player possible. It's like that's a pretty impressive.
Yeah. Well played, Costin.
Well, I was thinking Kevin said Super Segusa.
Oh yes, I saw that too. And that's also a good segue as well, to bring up that, guys, today is a very monumental day in history, if you didn't know. It is actually the 4th anniversary of the original Super Seducer release.
It is, yes, that's true.
So, yeah, that is very, very convenient punning on your part there, Keeverdam. Well done on both counts.
Yes.
And I also suggest that someone make that variation of Super Seducer / Goose Goose Duck, and get Richard to help them do it.
Of course. Right after he makes Elden Seducer.
Oh, I mean, wait, Elden Seducer. What would that be? Would that just be like trying to get it up in the old folks' home, or what? Hey, Betsy! I haven't seen you since you got the dentures put in. Wow, looking great, sweetheart.
I don't know anything about the game Elden Ring, so I don't know what Elden Seducer would actually involve.
I don't know either. I just hear the word Elden and I immediately go Elder.
Yeah. But I mean, geriatric seducer sounds like fun too.
That could be hilarious, man. Need some new grandkids? Stuck in a... Oh, sounds like we got a Johnny on the line. Let's bring him in here.
Cool.
Hey!
Hey, Johnny.
How's it going?
Not so bad, you?
All good.
It's going.
It's no, geriatric seducer is sort of like take your teeth out if you're going to go down there.
Right? Boomer Seducer, that's another good title.
Yeah. The zombies from Left 4 Dead. You can try and have sex with those.
I don't recommend it, but to each their own.
No.
But I'm also not one to deny a chance to see Darwinism caught on film.
That would probably be something that would happen in, like, that's, back page of
Oh yeah, once
Walking Dead lore.
Like zombie apocalypse occurs probably like a decade in, when everyone's started getting used to like acclimating normal life to zombie apocalypse, and the initial rampage of the outbreak has calmed down a bit. That'll be what someone does when they go scavenging one day and discover a working video camera. Hey, I'm Trevor. I'm a survivor. I'm gonna go fuck me that zombie. Yeehaw.